Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. So I am currently getting ready. I'm gonna babysit my little niece today for a few hours, but I thought whilst I get ready, why not just film a bit of a Q&A, little chit chat while I do my makeup. I realized since starting this channel I haven't really told you guys that much about me, so I thought this would be a good chance just to get some questions out there. I asked you guys, no I'm joking, I didn't ask no one sent me in any questions. I thought if I did ask people to send me in questions, I'll probably only get two, and two of them would be from my sisters. So I literally just googled good Q&A questions, and I'm just going to pick maybe a few out of the list that I have. So the first question is, what is your name? It's obvious, Bridget, it's the name of the channel. How old are you? So I am 25 years old. That is so weird to say. I started this pandemic when I was 23 and now I'm in my mid-20s. That's so scary to think. Life just goes so fast. I still feel like a child half the time. Looking back, so my sisters are 6 and 7 years older than me, and I remember when they were in their mid-20s and I would look at them and just think, you know, these are like grown adults, like they have their life together, they have jobs, they know what they want to do for the rest of their lives. And now that I'm in that position, I'm just like, you were literally children. I still feel like I'm in secondary school. I still feel like I'm 16, 17, and I'm just doing this thing called adulting and trying to feed myself and to work and to, you know, have a social life and balance all of these things, but, you know, still be productive and figure out what I want to do for the rest of my life. It's quite scary to think, and it's crazy because there's no manual on how to grow up, on how to be an adult. You kind of just have to figure that out yourself and just hope that you make right decisions. I think I'm doing all right so far, I guess. I think it's easy to compare yourself a lot because you see people the same age as you doing all these crazy things, being successful, and you kind of just think, oh, should I be in that position too? But I think it's just important, especially if anyone is kind of around my age or maybe even older as well, it's important to just do what's best for you, because at the end of the day you're on your own time frame, you're not anyone else's. So I just have to keep reminding myself that and just take it a day at a time, to be honest. But yeah, anyway, I'm going on a rant. What was the question? I'm 25. Next question. How many siblings do I have? I have 2 siblings, 2 older sisters. Is this your first channel? This is my first channel, but actually before I started doing this whole YouTube vlogging thing, I actually used to make lyric videos. So long time ago, before YouTube kind of got serious with their, you know, copyright and, you know, posting other people's music, and, you know, now they can take it down if they want to, if it's copyrighted and whatever the legislations are with that. I used to make lyric videos when I was really young, and I would just go on like YouTube to MP3 converter and like convert the music and save it on my computer, and then I'll go to Microsoft PowerPoint, type out the lyrics, make it all nice, and then add the music onto that. I remember I did a lyric video to Willow Smith, 21st Century Girl, and that like blew up for the time. That was like 2010, 2011, and that got like a few hundred views, and I was like, oh my god, people love my lyric video. I took them all down, of course, as I got like older and into my teens. I was like, this is really embarrassing, so I just deleted them. Plus I'm sure YouTube would have removed them anyway. What are your favorite programs to watch? I love TV. I love a lot of shows, and a lot of these shows, they aren't really like the same genre. It's a range. I have like a list on my phone where I have all my TV shows that I try to make sure I keep up with. I love Married at First Sight, Good Trouble, Euphoria, Bel-Air, The Great. I just watch whatever's popular, to be honest. Stranger Things, I just finished that was really good. I don't really have a particular genre that I like in general. I kind of just watch whatever's popping, basically. Are you married or single? I am engaged. Round of applause. I've always kind of been, you know, Miss Independent. I don't need a man. I'm gonna be single forever. I don't care. And then he walks into my life 5 years ago, and now I'm a simp. So happily engaged. The wedding, we still have a while to plan, to be honest, so we haven't been looking too much into that. I'm also at that age where a lot of our friends are getting married, so now I'm finally getting to attend weddings as a grown-up, and I can probably get their advice on their vendors and, you know, their locations, and get some inspo that way. So I'm really excited. It's gonna be fun to go to. What is your favorite book? I think the book that had the biggest impact on me, there's two. I would say Noughts and Crosses by Mallory Blackman and The Kite Runner by Khalid. I can't remember his name, but The Kite Runner, also a very famous book. They were kind of on more mature topics, I would say. I love reading. I've read a lot since I was little, you know, Jacqueline Wilson, you know, all those kiddie books and stuff. So reading those were the first kind of adulty YA young adult books that I read that didn't really end in, you know, sunshine and rainbows. So I think those two kind of always stick with me. My favorite genre to read is fiction. I've never really been much of a non-fiction person. I just love books that let me escape and, you know, widen my imagination and take me on a journey. So I've always been a fiction person. I'm really loving that, especially TikTok and some of the YouTubers that I watch, they're really pushing all these lovely books out there, and people are finally picking up reading again because it's such a great hobby to have. One book I'm seeing around everywhere is Colleen Hoover. I've been a fan of Colleen Hoover for the longest time, so I'm so glad people are finally reading her books and exploring the fiction world, because there's loads of great authors out there. Okay, where do you want to travel to next? Ooh, I have 2 trips coming up. I have one trip which will probably be to Greece. That's kind of where we're leaning towards. So that's going to be with me and my 2 best friends. We're going on a bit of a girls' holiday. We're trying to make it a tradition that towards the end of the year we take a trip somewhere, just because it's quite hard, especially as you get older and you work a lot. It's quite hard to see your friends constantly, you know, in comparison to when you're in school and stuff. So we're really trying to make this a tradition. But I definitely want to do 2 trips before the end of the year. Traveling is a privilege in general, and I'm so lucky it's something I'm able to do. But with COVID, it just made me appreciate everything a lot more. Kind of just said to myself, before the end of the year I want to go on 4 trips. So I've done, you know, Lanzarote, I've done Lisbon, so I just have 2 more to go, then I'll reach my goal. Who is your favorite female YouTuber? Ooh, this is a hard one. I have loads. Who am I subscribed to? I love Alexis Sparks. I think she gives great advice. Brooke Michio, Danielle Carolyn, Lydia Dinger, Patricia Bright, Morgan Yates. She does great travel stuff. Neki, I think that's how you say her name. Selena Oze, I think that's how you say her name. Sorry if I'm butchering names. There's quite a bit of a range there. I've probably missed out a lot of people. So there's a mixture of some British gals in there and also some American gals as well. Do you have any pets, cat or dog? No, I've never had any pets. I've always wanted a little hamster or a guinea pig when I was younger, but my mum said no. So I would love to get a dog though. I think a golden retriever, they're just so beautiful. They're such great family dogs, and I think they're a good size, and yeah, I think golden retrievers. What is a common misconception people have of you? Ooh, I think people tend to think I'm quite chatty, but I'm not really, to be honest. I'm a huge introvert. I'm the kind of person, I really enjoy my own company. Give me a good book, a nice, you know, coffee, and I'll be fine by myself. What is your favorite fashion trend right now? So I've been using Pinterest a lot for inspo. I think the shirts that they look like they button up, but you can like undo the top and undo the bottom and just have like one button. Does that make sense? I'll find a picture. If I can find a picture, I'll put that in. Also, I love the mini bag trend. I've always been a tote bag girl through and through, but mini bags are kind of cute, and it helps me pack a lot less as well, because I tend to just overpack my tote bag with things. So bringing a mini bag helps a lot. So I'm trying to make a conscious effort to try to switch to that when I can, so I'm not, you know, straining my back with loads of things that I don't need. Okay, so I think that's all the questions I'm gonna answer. I do need to get going soon actually, so I'm gonna wrap it up there. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you got to learn a bit more about me, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.